In this video, I'm going to give you 55 shadow work journaling prompts for beginners. If you'd like me to do more of these types of videos, please smash the like button and let me know in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done shadow work before, you might be wondering what it is. Well, shadow work is a form of self-reflection and personal growth exercise that was developed by psychologist Carl Jung. The idea is that we all have a shadow self, which is made up of the parts of ourselves that we reject, repress, or deny. These could be negative traits or behaviors that we don't like about ourselves or that don't fit in with the image we want to project to the world. By bringing our shadow self into the light of our awareness, we can better understand ourselves and work to integrate these rejected parts of ourselves into our conscious personality. This can lead to greater self-awareness, personal growth, and healing. The first prompt is, what do I believe about myself? This is a great way to start shadow work because it allows you to explore your beliefs about yourself. It also helps you identify any negative beliefs that may be holding you back. The second prompt is, what are my strengths and weaknesses? This is a great way to get to know yourself better. It also helps you identify areas where you need to improve. The third prompt is, what are my fears and how do they affect me? This is a great way to explore your deepest fears and how they affect your life. It also helps you identify any unhealthy thought patterns or behaviors that you may have developed as a result of your fears. The fourth prompt is, what are my triggers and why am I triggered by them? This is a great way to explore your emotional triggers and why you react the way you do to certain people, situations, or things. It also helps you identify any unresolved emotional issues that may be contributing to your negative reactions. The fifth prompt is, what are my unhealthy thought patterns and beliefs? This is a great way to explore your negative thought patterns and beliefs and how they affect your life. It also helps you identify any cognitive distortions or defense mechanisms that you may be using to protect yourself from emotional pain. Now that you have a better understanding of some of the prompts, let's move on to some examples. Here are 55 shadow work journaling prompts for beginners. Please take your time with these prompts and really explore your answers. Be honest with yourself and don't judge your answers. Just let them flow onto the page. What do I believe about myself? What are my strengths and weaknesses? What are my fears and how do they affect me? What are my triggers and why am I triggered by them? What are my unhealthy thought patterns and beliefs? How do my past experiences shape who I am today? What are some of the negative beliefs that I have about myself? What are some of the negative beliefs that I have about others? What are some of the negative beliefs that I have about the world? What are some of the negative emotions that I experience? How do I feel when I am around certain people? Why do I feel this way? What are some of the things that trigger me? How do I react when I am triggered? What are some of the unhealthy thought patterns that I engage in? What are some of the defense mechanisms that I use? What are some of the coping mechanisms that I use? What are some of the negative self-talk patterns that I use? What are some of the limiting beliefs that I have about myself? What are some of the limiting beliefs that I have about my abilities? What are some of the limiting beliefs that I have about my potential? What are some of the things that I am afraid of? Why am I afraid of these things? How do my fears hold me back? What are some of the ways that I avoid my fears? What are some of the ways that I cope with my fears? What are some of the things that I am ashamed of? Why am I ashamed of these things? How does shame affect me? What are some of the ways that I try to make up for my perceived shortcomings? What are some of the things that I am guilty of? Why do I feel guilty about these things? How does guilt affect me? What are some of the ways that I try to make amends for my mistakes? What are some of the things that I am envious of? Why am I envious of these things? How does envy affect me? What are some of the ways that I try to obtain the things that I envy? What are some of the things that I am resentful of? Why am I resentful of these things? How does resentment affect me? What are some of the ways that I try to change the things that I resent? What are some of the things that I am grateful for? Why am I grateful for these things? How do I cultivate more gratitude in my life? What are some of the things that I am excited about? Why am I excited about these things? How do I bring more excitement into my life? What are some of the things that I am passionate about? Why am I passionate about these things? How do I pursue my passions more fully? What are some of the things that I am proud of? Why am I proud of these things? How do I celebrate my accomplishments? These are just a few examples of the many shadow work journaling prompts that you can use. Remember to be patient with yourself and take your time exploring your answers. If you found this helpful, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.